What up, snackies? Welcome back, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, what's good? What's popping? So today, oh, this smells so good, y'all. I come before you guys with a Haitian food mukbang. So we have some griot, we have some plantains, aka tostones. We have some Haitian black rice, PIKLIZ. We have the little gravy, which I really don't use because it just seems like it's just oil. I don't know. We got the Haitian passion fruit juice, y'all. So y'all, without further ado, let's snack. It's so crazy because today I was like, I got my little S monogram cup, y'all. I already been drinking my passion fruit juice, y'all. Okay, cheers. Y'all, that right there, 555. Oh, I don't think I did a thumbnail. Hold on. So y'all, I come before you guys ready to smash. I got my fork and my spoon for my rice. Love me some good old Haitian rice, y'all. Griot. Okay, Jamaicans. With some PIKLIZ. This was some PIKLIZ that I actually made, but I mix, because they only give you a smaller cup of PIKLIZ, so I mixed a little cup that they gave me with the PIKLIZ that I had at home. You know, trying to make it stretch. But y'all, this right here, y'all see that fatty piece? Do y'all see that fatty piece? I hope it's on, cause so a piece of bone on here. Me and Mike been sharing my camera, y'all. So he be messing with the settings on the camera because he doing something completely different than mukbangs. Ain't nothing like some good old PIKLIZ and griot. That's a piece of fat right there. Y'all, if you got Haitian food around you, please go try some of it. This What's a fork, flimsy? I mean a spoon. There we go. So, what's good? What's poppin'? Y'all was hungry. I had to get this up in here. Get some food up in me. Ooh, my AC loud. So, today, I do want to let y'all know that on I like it when it's good and crunchy. Yeah, I'm gonna be going up with my 10K giveaway on Wednesday's video, so be on the lookout for Wednesday's video. Be prepared. I done told you. Turn your post notification bells on. Your bell should be ringing. You should be subscribed. Okay.
I mean,
I would no longer be having Therapy Tuesdays. Before you judge me. Ooh. As of right now, I cannot continue putting out 4 videos a week. It's too hard. Not that it's too hard, but it is time consuming. And my actual job, because I do have a real job, I am a mental health therapist. I'm starting to have some difficulties with like my paperwork and stuff, and that stuff is very important. So I am still going to be doing therapy, you know, giving advice and stuff. It just won't be on the Tuesdays video. More than likely it will be on Monday's video, because you know Monday is when we then came back from having a good weekend most times. Sometimes and we then came back and we did not have a good weekend. So you know, it was good to be able to talk to somebody on Monday. On Mondays, you know, we dread Mondays for a number of different reasons. So we're just gonna be moving Therapy Tuesday to Therapy Mondays. It does not ring. Therapy Tuesday, see, it don't have a little ring. Let me see, I see some fat, yes. Yeah, if you don't like the fat on the, listen. Bussin', okay? But that's the plan moving forward. So with that being said, today is our first official Therapy Monday. And this past week, I was watching the trials of Gabriel Fernandez. And, you know, that kid died. That baby, he was a baby. because he was nothing but 9, 10. That baby died because of evil, but also because of untreated mental illness. Spoiler alert if you have not seen it. It's a short, limited series on Netflix. It was sad. Every episode was sad, but episode 3, when they kept talking about how he came back to school, this was literally 2 weeks before he died, y'all. 2 to 3 weeks before he died, he was murdered. He was in class making a Mother's Day card for his mother. She's one of the people who murdered him. And the teacher, you know, she asked him because the teacher had suspected or knew that he was being abused at home, had contacted CPS or DCFS, because that's what it was in Cali. That's what it is in Cali. Called in a report, spoke to the social worker that was on the case, let her know the new allegations, all of that. And literally said that she gave him an option. You want to make this Mother's Day card? And he was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And he wrote all the nice stuff on his mom with bruises and scabs on his head, because they had like shaved his whole entire head. And she said she just knew the only thing he wanted was to be loved. Y'all, I boo-hoo cried. And I was watching this documentary at late at night, so it was like I didn't finish it until like 3 o'clock in the morning because I could not stop watching it. I was so heartbroken, but at the same time I was so drawn in to finding out whether or not he got justice, right? So yo, like I was boo-hoo crying. I literally did not sleep good that night. I was like tossing and turning. I dreamed about him. Like I was just like, yo, this he man, his mom, first of all, Gabriel literally was his mother's twin. Okay, he looked just like her, but he was her third pregnancy, and she did not want him. She didn't want him. His uncle, who was homosexual, raised him up until he was like 4. But the family was like, oh, why you basically they didn't like that the uncle and his spouse was raising him because they was homosexual. And it was like, oh, homosexual men shouldn't be raising a child. And then they made somebody made sexual abuse allegations saying that they molested him or whatever. None of it was found to be, you know, accurate. Like they couldn't find any findings on it because that case was actually open during the time that Gabriel was murdered. But getting back to the mental health aspect, it wasn't until the mother and her boyfriend was arrested for murdering him. And when I tell you, baby, y'all, they tortured that baby for 7 to 8 months prior to his death. almost every single day. They isolated him. Like mentally, they broke him down. Not only that, they beat him. The night that they murdered him, they literally beat him like, oh my gosh. Not only like he was a stranger, but that he was a criminal that had then violated somebody in the most heinous way. That's the way they beat him. And excuse me, y'all. It broke my heart because the mom herself, not only did she not want this child, but she suffered from mental health issues. She was depressed. She had an eating disorder. She had been gang raped for 2 days straight as a teen. She had said that her mother didn't love her. So not only did she repeat her cycle of abuse, but she took it a step further and she murdered her baby. And this is why I talk so much about mental health and getting help and reaching out to people and knowing that there are resources out there to help you, because that baby didn't have to die like that. And not only that, you know, it broke my heart coming from a person that I used to be a child protective investigator. You know, that was my very first career coming out of college. I did it for 4 years, 4.5 years, I think. And it was 4.5. And I did have one case where the child almost lost their life because of physical abuse as well. It was like a 2-3-year-old, and they had shaken baby syndrome. Like literally it was concussions and like fluid on the brain from her being shook so much by the perpetrator. And not only that, she had bruises all over her bottom. She was in the NICU. NICU, because she was so young. Yeah, she was in ICU for infants. And it was by the grace of the Almighty that baby survived. But going into that hospital room and having to see her body like that, see her tied up to all these tubes and stuff, and you know she's there before physical abuse, and then seeing this documentary on Gabriel and seeing how, like, back then it didn't really dawn on me that, you know, people that do this is something mentally wrong with them. It was just people that do this is evil back then, because I do come from a criminal justice background. You know, my undergrad is criminal justice. My minor was sociology, but predominantly it was criminal justice based. So it's like, even though it's the behavior of criminals, it didn't really all the way tie in. It didn't focus so much on mental health, you know. It was more so like social economic issues, and that's why people commit crimes, or, you know, stuff like that. And yo, like, seeing this documentary made me flash back to that memory, because I would never forget that. My heart beating so fast right now. I didn't stop eating and everything. I'm so sorry, y'all. But watching that documentary, you know, I think it's important for everybody. If you have Netflix, even if you don't, like, try to find somebody that do, you know, watch that, and like just understand, like, mental health is so powerful. It's so important, because just because you suffering doesn't mean that you can't have the potential to go out and hurt somebody else. You know, I say it all the time, hurt people, you know. And it's innocent people that get caught in the fire of your mental health, or, you know, other people mental health issues, that's innocent bystanders, you know. And it's just so important, like, get you a therapist, you know, go see a psychiatrist, talk to a psychologist, like, start addressing your ish so that you're not bleeding and hurting other people, because these babies, they don't deserve that, you know. Like, being a child protective investigator, that was the toughest job I ever had. And I said, I knew that after I finished that job, that I could do anything. Like, there was no job that I couldn't do, you know, after experiencing and seeing the kind of things that people go through, not just abuse physically on kids or sexually, just neglectful because parents have mental health issues. And a lot of times those families are broken forever. You know, when the parent has a mental health issue, it's hard for them to get back their child a lot of times, because sometimes people turn to self-medicating, so like alcohol, drugs, or they'll get on a regimen of, you know, they'll get on a good mental health regimen, but then they'll feel like, oh, I'm better, and then they'll stop it, and then that cycle will pick back up again. So a lot of kids who have families or parents that have mental health issues, they literally get like the short end of the stick, you know, sometimes, because a lot of times that stuff is within the family. So it's like they get in foster care, somebody in foster care can't adopt them, or, you know, they don't have long-term homes. Like, it's just so intense, which is why I go so hard about mental health and getting help and knowing that you are not alone, because it's so important for you to address that stuff, you know. But I ain't mean for our first therapy Monday to be this intense, but that documentary was like, that documentary stayed with me for a couple of days. It really did. Like, dang, y'all did. I don't know if I ever told y'all that I was a child protective investigator. I investigated child abuse and neglect, and straight out of college, you know, like, that's what I was doing. The girl was doing an intense job. But we're gonna go ahead and take another bite and close up and wrap up this video. That was fat all on that. So, y'all, be who you are, be beautiful. Please take care of yourself, because mental health matters. Self-care matters. Shouts out to our post notification person. Shouts out to you. Boom. Shouts out to you. Boom. And until the next video, love, peace, and